Get back, you stupid zombie. I get so tired of the zombies in this game. Oh, a piece of iron. Thanks, man. I've actually been running low on iron. Yes, my minions, worship me. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Killadrone, and welcome back to some more Minecraft. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we have been very busy, and also we have a new skin on. This is the Jack Skellington skin because it is Halloween time, ladies and gentlemen. It is October, which means we are going to be doing a special event here in Minecraft. And this is probably going to be the biggest build that I've ever done in Minecraft. And I will explain that a little bit later on in the video, exactly what's going to happen. But first off, let's talk about these guys. In the last episode, when I left you guys off, we didn't have all these dudes. We didn't have anywhere close to this amount of villagers. So basically what I did was I went over to one of our villages, and I used minecarts and rails in order to bring 2 villagers over here. And from there, I built a villager breeder with all of these carrots and also some doors that were down here. Now, if you want the villager breeder really explained in extreme detail, then I recommend going to Nimbomb's video where he explains basically all of the villager science to you. Now, if you don't want that, I'm going to give you a short and to the point discussion on this right now and basically how this works. So let me find one door. One door will be fine. I will explain this with one door. Okay, so basically what you're going to do is you're going to put your villagers on a field of carrots. Usually you'll do carrots or potatoes. You can do wheat, but there are problems with wheat that Nimbombs explains in his video, where with wheat, sometimes they don't plant it right, and sometimes whenever they throw it to each other, they don't make enough bread and things like that. So I just recommend use carrots and potatoes all in your field, and you'll be good to go. So after you have that, basically what you're going to do is you're going to count down from that block by 5. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then you're going to put in oak doors. So you'll put an oak door here, an oak door here, and an oak door here. You only need 3 oak doors. Now, if you want to put in 4, then go ahead for symmetry, but you only need 3. And then you'll just build back up to the top, and these guys will be breeding up. Now, I actually have this one off because I haven't even been able to check all of these guys for what all they have for trades. I'm still working on that, but I did check a couple of them. And as you can see, some of these guys are really good with their mending books. 1 book, 18 emeralds, and you get mending. I've been utilizing that in order to get mending on some of my gear. So I have mending on a fortune pick, I have mending on a silk touch pick, and I also have mending on... Oh, actually, that's it. I had mending on a shovel, but I lost that shovel. I died in the nether. But yeah, we now have a villager breeding system. And we'll probably use some of these guys later on to actually fill up an iron golem system, but that will be much later on. Much later on. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a sleep, and then I will explain exactly what we're doing for Halloween. So, ladies and gentlemen, Halloween. This is, like I said, this is the biggest thing I think I've ever done in Minecraft. It's gonna be insane. If you guys know the old 90s cartoon, kind of cartoon, I think it's more of like a claymation actually, but anyway, there was an old 90s movie made by Disney called The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it featured Jack Skellington and Sally and a bunch of different really cool characters. And for this Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be building the entire town from that movie in Minecraft. Oh my gosh, it's going to be an absolutely huge build. We're going to need a ridiculous amount of materials, but that is what we're working toward. And I think what I'm going to do is build it over here in this darkwood forest. I think that the grass being a darker grass will look really nice. I know that most of the world is going to be stone, so the grass texture doesn't really matter that much. but also with all of the trees around, it'll hopefully give us some shade, maybe block off some viewing points and things like that, to where it looks a little bit more natural, like it should be there, like it fits in. I mean, obviously you're in Minecraft, so it's not going to fit in completely, but I think it's going to look really good. I really do. I think that it's going to look really good. But today, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we've done a lot of work off camera, like a ton. First off was the villagers, who was just a ridiculous amount of work. And mostly, I don't know how much work it was. Mostly it was AFK. Once I got these guys in here and had this thing built, it was mostly just waiting around. But once I got that done, I decided, you know what? We need to be able to dig. We need to be able to dig very quickly. That way we can get a ton of materials. Because let me show you the materials that we have right now for all of these builds. So first, chest. We almost have a full chest. Well, not even almost have a full chest. We almost have a full half chest of stone bricks. We have a decent chest here of polished andesite, which we'll be using a lot of. And then in this chest, we have the start of some of the concrete that we're going to be using in the build. And now, this is a good start, but it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. And also, I'm going to put on these leggings and stuff, just so I have a little bit of armor before I forget. But yeah, we have a little bit of the light concrete. We have a little bit of the dark concrete. And I don't know how much of each we're going to actually need. I don't think it's much. I think we're mostly going to need the stone bricks and a ton of the polished andesite for this build. So I thought that since we're going to need to mine a bunch of stone materials, it may be a good idea to find ourselves a wither so we can get a beacon. I went to the nether and I did a huge grind session of killing the wither skeletons so that we could get wither skeleton skulls so we can do a fight. So that is what I'm going to do today. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have everything that we need for the wither. We have a bow, we have a sword with looting, which, I mean, really doesn't matter for this particularly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, and in one of our mines, I'm going to spawn this guy in, and we're going to defeat it. Hopefully, theoretically. Hopefully everything goes fine. Actually, we probably need full diamond armor before we attempt this as well. I don't feel like just doing regular diamond armor with no milk or anything like that would be too smart. We have some golden apples. That'll probably help us out a bit. Where is our diamonds? Man, I really need to get an organization system going here. This is absolutely insane. There's one diamond. Where's the rest of my diamonds? Is it back here? Hello? Guys. I've lost my diamonds. Did I put them in the spider farm? I might have put them in the spider farm. Yeah, that's probably where I put them. But I'll tell you what, guys. Let me just show you on screen now. Boop. This is what I am working off of, or one of the pictures that I'm working off of for the Nightmare Before Christmas. And this is a picture of the town, and basically what we're going to try and do is recreate this entire area here, as well as I'm going to try and do the forest that is in that movie. That way we can set up for potential other holidays. And we can also do things like the graveyard, which is very iconic in that. Oh, we have full diamond armor right here. What am I doing? Let's do that and that. That'll work. Boop, boop. Actually, let's take this off. Put it in here, and let's grab the enchanted stuff. Fire protection. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Boom, boom. We're all suited up, ladies and gents. Anyway, off of that picture, we're going to try and build everything as close to a scale as we possibly can. I'm also going to include the graveyard. I'm going to include the forest. And I'm going to try and include the Curly Hill, I think is what it's called. I may be very mistaken with what that's called. But it's a very, very famous scene from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm going to try and include that as well into the build. It's going to be massive. It's going to be a big, big project. Like I said, probably the biggest project that I've ever done in Minecraft. So I'm super excited for it. I really am. I'm super duper excited for it. Let's go ahead. Let's head down here. Let's find ourselves a place in this mine in order to fight this wither, though. That's number one goal. And then after that, we'll work on getting a beacon. I'll probably have to do a bit of mining before we can actually do our beacon, because I don't know that I have enough of the iron and gold in order to do what I need to do. I don't particularly want to spawn this guy in a cave. No, let's go back this way. I would rather spawn him away from caves or anything like that. That way, he doesn't have a lot of room to fly around. I mean, he's going to make room. Don't worry about that. There's no question about that. All right, is this good? I think this is probably good. Okay, let's clear him out. A little area here. Just like this. And we're going to do this first kill as like a legit kill. And then after this, we'll use bedrock to kill all the ones from here on out. So this guy will be 100% legit. After that, we're not going to mess with this guy. We're not going to mess with him again. All right, so put a head there. Put a head there. And the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Boink. We have ourselves a wither. We have ourselves a fight. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to, first off, we're going to eat that apple. And then once he explodes, we're going to pop him with this. Get down, bro. Get down, bro. I got to get him to half health. All right, there we go. Sword time. Sword time. Sword time. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. I got something for you. I got something for you. Come on. Bring it on. Bring it on, fat boy. Got him. Nice. Oh, we're about to die, though. Are we going to die? Are we going to die? Should I eat the apple? Oh, no. I thought I could save the apple. Man. Okay, I probably should have ate the apple. Dang it. Oh, that was so good, though. That was a really good fight for us. Oh, perfect, perfect. And I didn't actually notice if we got the star or not. I guess let me go and check that. Man, this dude cleared out one heck of an area, though. Check that out. All right. Let's go ahead and grab all of our stuff back. Go check through all this. We'll have to light this area back up as well. That was actually a really easy fight. Usually whenever I do these, I die a couple of times. But that one was really good. Okay, we did get our star, so we are good to go. Let's go ahead. Let's put this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll work. And let's put some torches there. And let's just light this place up a little bit. All right. Dude, that was really good. That was a very good wither fight for me. I will take it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make a cut here, and I will bring you guys back in a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and make up the beacon as well as make sure that I have enough iron smelted. So yeah, be right back, guys. All right, let's see how many pumpkins we have. Wow, that is a ton of pumpkins. I think that that will work for the Pumpkin King. Anyway, let's go ahead. Yeah, we got a ton in there too. Okay, so we have plenty of pumpkins. However, I went ahead, I made the beacon, and I also made all of the iron blocks that I could. And I sadly don't have enough. I don't have enough of the iron blocks in order to make a full beacon, but that's okay. I will work on doing some mining off camera, and we will have that hopefully by the next episode. That way we can do some full strip mining action. I think what I want to do today, though, is I want to go and take a look at the area that I have planned out for the beginning of the Nightmare Before Christmas world, as well as begin constructing it. I think that it is time to begin the building process. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's grab out the rest of that iron, put it in here, slab a jab. Oh, Nope, can't slab a Jabba. That was full. Slab that and got that guy in there. And as you can see, I've already done a little bit of clearing in the forest where I want to be working today. Let's go ahead. Let's put all of the regular cobblestone into here. And I guess I really don't need diorite in there. Put that in there. That in there. Beacon can go in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. I'll bring the chests along. I don't particularly need them. I also don't need this flint and steel. Man, I really, really need to get an organization system going here. Like, really badly. Alright, let's go ahead and grab out. Let's see. My build that I'm working off of, it uses both stone brick and the polished andesite. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll move the chests over here. And after that, yeah, I'll just start storing everything over here. I don't think that there's any point in us running back and forth. I think that I'll just take some of these chests, move all of the materials that I need over to here, and we'll just keep them kind of out in the open over here. That way we can easily access them. Get out of here, creeper. Cannot deals with you, my man. So into the dark forest we go. It is dark. It is scary. There are things around that want to kill us. But if we just follow this all the way down, kind of in a viscerally direction. Let's see. Go ahead and eat up so we don't die. And through the woods, over the mountain, we should find eventually... Man, I thought this was much closer. Eventually, yes! A very, very large area that I have cleared out. And this is where the first build will go. This is where we will start the town hall. Now, I have already made this up in a creative world that I'm going to just kind of move over to here. Basically, I am going to rebuild the exact same structure here in this world in survival. But the reason that I picked this spot is, first off, I could flatten it out easy. And since this is probably the biggest of the builds that we have to do, it's beneficial to start with a big flat area. Let's just leave it at that for right now. And then over here, there's also this little small plains. It's not a very big plain section. It's very small. And I think that this area with this grass texture as well will look good in the graveyard, right? It's very small. There's swamp or dark forest that goes over there. There's another plains over there, but as you can see, it's kind of cut off, right? It's cut off on all directions with the Darkwood Forest. So I think that this will be a good area for the graveyard. So that is why I picked this spot. And if you remember the picture that I showed you earlier in the video, then you'll know that the graveyard kind of has to be off the left-hand side of the town hall. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start building here and getting things lined up. And I will bring you guys back in just a minute. I also have to move all of these chests over still. Okay, so here we are. I have the base of the build up. And I say the base, I kind of use that term a little bit loosely. This is the front part of the build so far for the town hall. And basically what I did was I just made the arches. So on screen now, I'm going to put a picture of what I'm working with here, kind of blown up, so it's not going to be HD. But as you can see at the bottom of the building here, there are arches that are black. So back to Minecraft, here's what I did. I went ahead, I did the arches, and then behind there, instead of us having like shadows or trying to create shadows somehow, what I did was I put in some gray concrete back there. That way it still has a little bit of depth, but also still has the black from the shadows, which I really like. Now on the backside back here, I'm probably just going to leave this empty, to be honest with you. Like, there's no point in filling this all the way in with andesite and all, so I think I'll just fill this in like this, and then we'll throw down a couple of torches on the inside here. I feel like leaving it hollow will probably be best, and also I can save out on a little bit of andesite here from our steps, and I think we should be good. Next thing that I need to work on is going to be the actual pillars itself. So at the front of the town hall, there are these weird V-shaped pillars. One that goes straight up and down in the middle, and one that goes off to this side, and one that goes off to this side, ever so slightly to where everything makes kind of a V-looking shape. And we'll have to do the same thing on this side. And then on top of that, it has a really big roof on top. So I'm going to get cracking on that, and I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Alright, so here we are. I have the pillars in, and they were actually pretty easy to do. They're just kind of big W's. Basically what I did was this middle pillar is 18 high, and then this part here is 6 high, then the next part is 6 high, and then the next part is 6 high, all shifted over by one block as it goes each 6 high. So really easy to build. Middle pillar is obviously just, all the way up, and then these two are, this one is a mirror of that one. So really simple, really simple build. It's kind of a pain building upward right now because I don't have an elytra, so I'm taking a ton of damage and using a ton of food up. But overall, still not the worst experience I've had. I've had much worse experience when building in this game, but to be honest with you, this one has been relatively pain-free thus far, and I think that's a lot to do because I have so many materials, but I don't think that we have enough materials to finish this off today. Just the polished andesite itself, I'm going to be short on, but also the back half, or not even the back half, pretty much the entire rest of the building after we get done with this front here is going to be stone bricks. And I don't have anywhere close to enough stone bricks now that I look at this in order to finish that up. So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to get the big roof on today. That way we at least have something done. And then I think I'll have to go ahead and end the episode. That way I can go and do some digging for iron and get ourselves a beacon so we can get some more materials. And of course, when it rains, it also goes dark. Alright guys, I'll go ahead, I'll keep cracking on here, and I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gents, so I have the roof on. I don't have the clock in quite yet because I still need to go and get some of the wood for that. But right now, I gotta say, this is kind of looking like some type of skewed bank. Very skewed bank. But once we get the clock in at the top and once we get the back side of the building in, it'll look much more like the Nightmare Before Christmas, because the back side of this building is really what makes it stand out, because it actually sits out away from this building even more and makes like an upside down V out on each side. So once we finally get that going, you'll notice that it's going to take a lot more shape. But this is probably the biggest of all of the builds that we have to do. I can't think of another one that's going to be quite as big. Maybe the graveyard or the curling hill or whatever it's called. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the time and I'm going to fill in this side area and just kind of do a bit of this in order to make it look good at an angle. That way we can get a couple of different looks at it, right? Now, once we get the main part, or the main part of the building on, which will start right about here, okay? Once we get that on, it will start creating a ton of shadows, making it look a lot darker underneath this area that we have built. So just imagine this, and instead of it being very bright because it's basically exposed to the sky right now, there are going to be shadows behind all of these pillars that we're going to leave. I know that it's probably going to have some mobs spawn on it and things like that, but really having the shadows are going to be necessary in order to get that spooky feel that we're going for. But yeah, this is the front part of the base built, or not the base, but I guess of the town hall. I guess we could turn this into a base. Let me know what you guys think about that. Whenever we're done with Halloween Town, should we move into Halloween Town and just keep our Jack Skeleton skin and just be Jack, right? You know what I mean? Oh, I tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put the clock in because it is very needed. And I might get the front, just like the front wall in. Before I say that, I do have some stone bricks, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's just going to take way too many to actually make that wall. It really is. It may not look at it like it from here, but this is a massive build. It is absolutely, it's ridiculous. It really is. It's a ridiculous build, and this is just the first building. We have many, many more buildings to go. I wanted to find a place that I could get up, but apparently that is not the area. Let's go over to this hill, and then I should be able to jump onto the tree canopy. That way we can see. It's just towering above the trees still. So let's go right up here and over here. And as you can see, I'm standing on the tree canopy, and this thing is still huge, man. It's so massive. I wonder if we're going to be able to see this from where our little hidey hole is. That would be kind of ridiculous if so. I doubt it. I don't think it's that big, and actually it probably is that big, but I think I'll have trees in front of it. Let's go and stand over here and see if we can see it, because if so, that's just insane. That is completely and totally bonkers if so. Let's stand kind of over in a thiswardly direction and take a look back. No. Okay, so it is big. We know that. But it's not big enough to tower over the trees, it doesn't look like. Wait, is that it? Well, you can see it. You can see just the outline. It's just on the edge of render distance. You see it right there? Oh, dude! You can totally see that from our hidey hole. Then as we get closer, it looms. It looms on the horizon. Oh, that is so perfect. That is so perfect. And once we get more and more of the town in, some of that stuff will start being able to be seen as well from our base. This is going to be awesome. Or not from our base, but our hidey hole. Our hidey hole. We don't have a real base yet in the game. We should probably work on that. This is what, like episode 6, and we don't have anywhere close to a base done. That's why I'm thinking, like, maybe we should just let the Halloween Town be our base. I don't know. That's just a thought on my end. I mean, it's not like we're not going to have several bases anyway, so. Get back, you stupid zombie. I get so tired of the zombies in this game. Oh, a piece of iron. Thanks, man. I've actually been running low on iron. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep working on this. I want to get the clock in, and then once I get the clock in, I will bring you guys back, and we'll go ahead and wrap up the episode. So, yeah. Be right back, guys. Okay, so I have the clock in, but I did it a little bit differently than how I did it on my creative world. See, on the creative world, I thought that the hands looked a bit big. So what I did was I made the clock slightly smaller. And I don't know that I like that. I think that I like the bigger clock. This one looks kind of smushed, right? Looks kind of like it's smushed down. Yeah, I think that needs to come down by 1 block. Oh, all right, that's fine. We'll do that. We'll do that. I really wanted it to kind of be in line with this. But if we drop it down by 1 and then add in the wool blocks, I think it'll be fine. I still think it'll look good. Okay, I'll do that. Be right back. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, that is it. That is the look. It looks insane. It is so big. All right, let's go ahead. Let's take a screenshot of this guy. I think that, to be honest with you guys, I think that this looks just incredible. just absolutely incredible. Let's go back to a normal field of view to where we can get a nice screenshot of this thing. But wow. Absolutely wow. Well, anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe because we're going to have a ton more to do with this Halloween build. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day.